Hey guys, so we're going to do a spirit talk. So some of you are new to my channel. Welcome. I am Ellen. I've been a reader for about over 20, I think about 23 years maybe when I got my start. Obviously, some have come over. I've been reading the University of Idaho murders. That has been a big one. There may be more to come, but I'm kind of pulling back from that for a little bit. For my sanity, I have to. We just gotta see how everything goes, unless spirit calls me to look at something. But pretty much this weekend is clients. I got to take care of people. But just kind of have a little bit of a moment. But just some things, kind of observing. There's some, I know we're dealing with a lot of darkness in the world. Even just looking at poor little Moscow, Idaho, is just darkness. Okay, but there's a whole lot going on in the collective. I want you guys to remember we are witnessing a crumbling. I've been talking about this for a couple of years, ever since COVID, it's been going on before that. It's been going on before that. Let me, and I know exactly what I'm going to call this video for my spirit talk. The lunatics are running the asylum. Okay, this is a quote from a friend of mine who passed almost 2 years ago. And I lost another friend early this year. They were very, they're kind of like my spiritual mentors, a couple women. But her name is Della Van Heist. You can get her books on Amazon. I think if you've got Kindle, you can download them for free, because she's passed. But she has Quantum Shaman, Diary of a Nagua Woman. She has all kinds of books. She had a very amazing way of looking at the world. She was a shaman. She was a Nagua woman, part of the Toltec path. I've known her for years, and very, strong and powerful. And she was very observant, definitely about the craziness of the world, the madness. This world is flipping mad, and I get it. There's a song. I don't know if you guys might find, what, a Christian singer, you like him? Yeah, I actually do. There's a Christian singer, some of you may know, Danny Goki. I think he's great. I know he's pro-life. I'm gonna forgive him on that. Hey, what's he gonna be? A Christian singer that's pro-choice? I mean, I get it. So it's okay. It's okay. I like his music. It's not overly religious. I find it very spiritual. I think he has a very kind energy. But there's a song, just kind of, I can't play it or I'll get claimed or a copyright, right? But let me just read. This is a song that he has. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Stronger Than We Think. But the beginning of this song is pretty powerful, and I just want to read it. And it's kind of how I feel at the moment. Does it seem much darker than it did before? And then it goes before. Does it feel like we're up against so much more? Much more. But hope is stirring us inside, and the darkness has to run and hide, because we illuminate the light. Oh, wow, oh, wow. There's a war we're fighting. We're waking up and calling our love to rise like a battle cry. There's a fire igniting. It's burning everything, trying to hide the light we shine. Because we're stronger than we think we are. There's a thunder rolling in our hearts, pushing up against the dark. Yeah, we're stronger than we think we are. So he's got some good songs. I love those lyrics, and that is called Stronger Than We Think. Maybe I'll pin it in this video so you guys can hear it. But I like Danny Goki. Like I said, I'll forgive him. I'm not a pro-lifer, obviously, but I think and he was on American Idol, years ago. Is kind of how he's known. But I definitely feel that. One of the things I was thinking about is that song. I played it a million times to myself. It does feel exactly like that. It feels darker. I know. It's frustrating that there's this just darkness going, all over. And, so I feel you, those that are frustrated being pulled down. And I keep telling people, one of my biggest messages I've been saying, while this is all going on in the collective, everything you're seeing, whether you're watching a YouTube or movie or reading the news or whatever, because all this stuff, okay, that comes at you, keep head above water. This is the thing I'm telling you. But notice I do the head. Don't lose your mind in this, because you could easily do it. Because there are those who want to take your mind, okay, manipulate it and control it. And I'm not trying to sound conspiracy theory at all. It's so right there. It's right in your face. Okay, what is happening? there's even the madness of what's going on with Yi. It's like I almost see Yi in a spiritual battle. Sometimes he says things that are very powerful, and it's like if he could get in the right, if he could get in the light, I almost see the light trying to struggle. But I also see this darkness pulling so incredibly hard at him, and he's just getting darker and darker, and it's getting very disturbing. Okay, and just to the point where Elon Musk, who is supposed to be about free speech, oh yeah, let me reactivate this account, and he's posting swastikas and all this stuff. And he's going on Alex Jones, who is really, let me put it this way. And when it comes to that guy, Alex Jones, I really don't hate anybody, and I know hate is not a nice thing. But if I were going to say I hate someone, I'm okay with that. I hate that dude. Okay, I think he is just one of the most vile, disgusting things that ever, ever existed. Okay, I don't know what God's gonna do with him. I know, technically, Spirit loves everybody, and you see, even when I was in tarot class last week, and I was sitting, I don't remember exactly how the conversation came up. But there was something when we were doing our reading. I try to get everybody to read. But I go, let me ask you a question. Does Spirit have favorites? And they all said very quickly, no. They had to think about it for a second. They know that deep down, because Spirit is unconditional love. Okay, I know that, and I try to strive as a spiritualist, even with all the darkness I see, which I fight with very hard on a day-to-day basis. I do understand that. And they knew it, and they were able to answer it right away. And I bet if I asked you the question, does Spirit have favorites? I know, and maybe some people could open the Bible, but David, but his Spirit loved David. He said, in your heart, Spirit doesn't have any favorites. And Spirit wants everybody to evolve into the light. And Spirit wants everybody. And you could go to that story about Jesus. He's got the 99 sheep, and the shepherd's going to get that one that runs off, right? That should tell you Spirit has no favorites. Okay? Even to the point where I'm willing to leave all these guys behind for a moment, because I don't want to lose anybody. That's Spirit's attitude. Okay, Spirit loves all the sheep. Even that goofy one wandering off, black sheep, whatever. Spirit wants everybody to go into the light. I understand that. And most people deep down at their core know that's true. Okay? That Spirit has no favorites. So I need to know that going in when I observe the darkness. So even though I look at that dude, I'm like, I know, but Spirit still wants him to evolve into the light too, even though he's a horrible person. So anyway, but stepping aside with that, no matter, we're dealing with darkness. And just like, as I kind of read those lyrics, they're very powerful, actually. It's a good song. I'll link it so you guys can listen to it. Just listen to it. It is tough, It does seem darker. And, like I worry about the young people and how they're dealing with it. Especially with these older people, especially that many of them, older than them, and they're doing the things that they do. And everything like that, so keep head above water is one of the biggest messages I could give anybody. Don't lose yourself into the madness. You can't. You need this. You need this to be able to make it through until either this calms down, subsides, Spirit comes in case I don't know. Spirit come in and kick ass. So however it goes down. Let's talk about a couple things. So, kind of going on in the news, there was an article speaking of, the most despicable man in the world, possibly. Let me just go to my bookmarks. I did bookmark the article. I didn't want to lose it and stuff. I have to make sure to get it off my bookmarks. We've got a masked Kanye. Freaking moron. Going on Alex Jones. I can't even believe he even has anything. Has an interview with him. I'm about to sneeze. Probably sneeze because it's so fucking gross. Kanye West draws fresh denunciation for Hitler praise and Alex Jones interview, and he's just saying things that are so bizarre and weird and everything. Praising, the H word, let's put it that way. And Nazis and all this. An interview Thursday with far-right provocateur Alex Jones, drawing a fresh round of condemnation for his indisciplinary antisemitism. Oh, this is with the Washington Post. And it's just, I don't want to read it all. It's almost so vile and heavy and lower astral, I can barely get through it. But going on with this mask and and everything. I don't know what he's thinking, but there's something that this, this disgusting, Jabba the Hutt said. Let me kind of say, hold on, where's what? Oh, it's so dark. It's so dark. It's all dark, guys. And he said, hold on. Where's this comment? Let me just skim through it. But yeah, everybody's just trying to shock everybody. I really, I'm going to explain it in a minute. It's kind of, yeah. Jones appeared to revel in the attention his guests were bringing to his show. He says, I'm the crazy one here, Jones says. We're all crazy. The whole world is crazy. And the whole power structure is coming down. And then Jones added, this is absolutely lit. This is lit. Number one show in the world right now. And it's crazy that they sit there and he wants to kind of purport that some kind of the power structure going down, as if he's some good guy in the story and whatever and stuff, and yet he's coming down too. Okay, he's part of what needs to be taken down, and he will be by spirit. Trust me. Just give it time. Give it time. You gotta have patience. But in the meantime, until that happens, keep head above water. Okay, with everything you see going on, you have to understand. If I may be so bold, I say there are definitely dark forces afoot. I know there are angels among us as well, but there are dark forces afoot. That do want to get in the heads and the minds and just mess up and manipulate. The lunatics are running the asylum, and he can kind of sit there and he's basically saying, yeah, the lunatics are running the asylum. But he's one of the lunatics that's kind of running the asylum too. Okay, and Kanye is one of the lunatics, and he's trying to run the asylum and dominate with the darkness, and it's all a mess. Okay, and then we got Trump. I'm sure some of you guys heard there was this dinner. Yee shows up, and then he's got this other guy. That's I forgot what his name was. Let me pull it up here. Because I don't want to listen to any of these people. But hold on one sec. Let me get it for you guys. Trump and Yee dinner at Mar-a-Lago and Holocaustonaire. Some Holocaustonaire loser. Okay, there it is. Nick Fuentes is the guy. So there's articles and articles and articles, going on, and here's one from NBC News. So Trump, he has a dinner. Yee comes, of course. And then Yee, I don't know if he brought him or they just happened to be, I'm not sure the whole story. Nick Fuentes, horrible Holocaustonaire, basic. It's just a ridiculous, really dark thing to even do. And here it is, just 2 days before Thanksgiving. Donald Trump was planning to have a private, uneventful dinner with an old friend, Yee, the rapper formerly known as Kanye West. The two had arranged to break bread Tuesday night at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Florida. After weeks of private phone conversations, as Yee lost lucrative partnerships, we all know he's just basically destroying his own self. He's, and like I said, he could be, sometimes he says things that could be really good, but that it's mixed with all this darkness. I swear to God, I think a negative entity has got a hold of him. I'm almost positive of it, guys. I'm almost positive of it. Okay. But Trump may have been walking into a trap in Mar-a-Lago's glided halls, one that leveraged his own penchant for spectacle and showmanship against him. Yee arrived with 3 guests, including white nationalist and anti-Semite Nick Fuentes, who apparently this guy, like I said, I don't really study these people. I don't want to, but I get the idea. I get the gist. Apparently a lot of people know of him, and it's like, right before you want to run for president, you're almost destroying yourself. But, we'll get to it and stuff. Trump has since said he didn't know him or his background or anything like that. Acclaimed Fuentes confirmed in an interview, because of, but others at the crowd members only figured out his identity. News of the meeting prompted an avalanche of criticism from even Republican rivals and allies, the whole thing. As of damage control, Trump's campaign is now instituting new vetting procedures and gatekeeper efforts. So there's a huge, the master troll got trolled, it says. The headline grabbing attention on his guests and therefore the subsequent fallout were all but ensured by Trump. Now before dinner, he made a grand entrance about 8 p.m. on November 22nd to meet his guests. We saw everybody in the dining room get up and start applauding, and then the president entered. He's not the president. One of these fucking people. Fuentes told NBC News he greeted us, and yep. Okay, but it's not. It didn't go as planned. Ye criticized Trump for not doing enough to help pay legal bills of those arrested on January 6th. Oh, okay, so he's going to confront Trump. Okay, right. I told Trump he might run for president against Trump. Oh, here he goes. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Go for it. Okay, it's just fucking mess. Which angered former president who attacked Ye's wife, Kim Kardashian, according to the dinner. So I can just imagine these two getting into it. Trump is really impressed with Dick Fuentes, he said on video. It's like he's, did he? And I don't. I guess this is kind of one of those things, some type of strategy. Trump is, he's. I don't know. How do I put it this way? He's not the sharpest tool in the shed on one end, but at the same time, then some things he can be very, very clever, and he can play dumb in areas where he knows what's going on. Okay, so it's like that's one thing you don't know. What is Trump being dumb Trump, and what is Trump being clever, deliberate? He knows exactly what he's doing, Trump. It's sometimes very hard to tell the difference. I have to admit, even for me as a reader, because he's Gemini. I have a little thing. I did a little blast about Gemini. No offense or anything to Geminis, but Gemini is, they passive aggressive. And, he does this well. Like, he will go on the attack, and he can also play victim at the same exact time. Gemini is excellent at it. I've been having conversations about this all week because I've been dealing with Gemini. Okay, in many ways, shapes, and forms. I'm a victim. Everybody's coming after me. They want to take me down because it's about America. He's very good about playing victim. Look at the FBI. Look at everybody trying to take me to court. Look at everybody trying to get my taxes. Look at it, it's, the election was rigged. It was stolen. I'm a victim. And then he'll go on the offense in the attack. Okay, he's real good. He's a very good passive aggressive Gemini, and that's why sometimes I even admit, even as he's so good at it, he is so good at this. It's real hard to tell when he's being dumb, and he's really, because he can be very not the sharpest tool in the shed, but then he has a moment where he knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, he does not always know exactly what he's doing, but you can't tell the difference when that is. That's the fucking hard part with Trump, and that's why he's interesting to read. He challenges me. I have to admit, Trump challenges my psychic sense at times. I know who he is. He's Don the Con. I get that. I get that completely. But that little aspect can be tough. So, did he know who this guy is and this and that? I mean, it's almost feels a little set-up-y though. Okay, that Kanye, let me go in as a friend. You gotta be careful. Who's really your friend here, Trump? Were you a dumbass? I mean, everything is all about his image, and everything is all about what he can do and stuff. But it's like, was Kanye coming in here kind of like the the Trojan horse and wanted to take you down in some way, and you didn't see it coming, and now you're really pissed off because you're starting to in the aftermath going, did ye just slip a Trojan horse in Mar-a-Lago to try to fuck me over? And he's kind of feeling that. Okay, and you know what? Because Trump's not, like I said, he can. This is a situation where, with this whole dinner thing and this whole fiasco, and then Kanye's like, I'm gonna run for president. It's like he's slipping him a Trojan horse. Okay, yeah, I'm just saying. And now Trump's like, you tried to play me for a fool, and now he's on True Social up at 1:30 in the morning, going crazy, losing his mind. It's so the dude I just said, hey, it is all, they're all combusting. It's all coming down. Where one thinks they're taking down this and that, they're all taking each other down. It's a feeding frenzy. So even though it's all madness and everything, like I said, keep head above water, guys. Okay, Spirit's pressing the circle. That's the best way I could put it. I know it seems like, oh, is somebody getting the upper hand? Is this that? They're trying hard. Keep head above water. Spirit's pressing the circle. Do you see what's happening? Because they're all turning on each other. They're all eating each other. They're all devouring each other. The thing is, you got to keep head above water or you're going to end up in the circle too if you buy into any of the bullshit that any of these people have. Like I said, Kanye, he could have, like say, oh, okay, get rid of these contracts. He thinks he's clever, but then, it's like, I feel there's almost a war, the light and the dark, and maybe, help him and stuff, but the darkness is winning. He's got this mask, he's being weird, he's, fucking, it's all, Spirit is pressing the circle. Okay? And I bet as I say that, there are those of you who are like, you know what? I can feel that statement in my soul. I know a lot of people, oh, the deep state, all this, that, and all this stuff. This darkness. I mean, I feel like it's, okay, I know some of you like reality TV and a little bit of drama. And so sometimes, little dramas, but it's almost too much drama at this point. And it's too much darkness at this point. And people are starting to get real fed up with it. And Spirit is pressing the circle. It's too much. It's like, for fuck's sake, let the light creep in. Okay? And this is where even some people who do sometimes be amused with drama are being like, oh my God, just please let the light creep in. I can't take much more of this. Okay? I'm just saying. Be observant and keep your head above water. The master troll got trolled, the advisor said. Kanye punked Trump. Now... Kanye's messing around, and some of you probably heard about the Elon Musk thing, how he got banned. He apparently posted a very unflattering photo of Elon Musk, and he's just, trust me, Elon Musk is also in the circle, being pressed. They're all, it's just like if you could see them as hungry wolves, all trying to dominate all this, that, and they're all devouring each other. What's going to be left? What's going to be left when the feeding frenzy is over? Spirit is pressing the circle. Okay. But yeah, so let's just, you can read all that and everything. There's all these, Elon Musk is on Twitter and he's destroying it. Spirit is pressing the circle. Everything's going crazy. People are going to get fed up with the darkness. It's like, man, this is too much. Sometimes some things reality TV is fun, but it's a little too much, right? So yeah, so Trump is going on Truth Social, and he called. Let me see if I can find it. Now I will have to admit something that is funny about Trump. I know I know some people will be like, what? That's not right. Don't say that. Sometimes Trump's nicknames for people are funny. I will say. Let me see. Let me see if I can possibly find it. Now, if it's somebody I like, I don't like it. But if it's somebody I don't like and everything, if it's somebody I don't like, then I'll laugh at it and stuff because he does. Trump trashes Mitch McConnell saying the old crow. Wait a minute, where'd it go? It just disappeared. Trump trashes Mitch McConnell saying the old crow is a piece of shit. Upcoming book claims. This picture, I mean, Mitch McConnell, I know he... Who votes for this guy? I sometimes wonder. This is called the rap. Who is voting him into office all the time? But this picture, doesn't it say it all? Just there's Trump, and look at. Let me just get a better close up. Look at the look on his face. Okay, this says it all. He's looking at him like, what's that? What's that, Tony? Yeah. But Mitch McConnell's a piece of shit too. So, when I saw him bashing and calling him the old crow, I freaking laugh. I have to laugh. Spirit is pressing the circle. Mitch is in there too. You bet he is. Okay. Former President Donald Trump doesn't hold back when voicing his contempt for his foes, and according to interviews he did with the New York Times, Maggie Haberman, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is high on that list. In a series of interviews with Trump that Haberman are in an upcoming book, Confidence Man, The Making of Donald Trump and the Breaking of America, and shared with The Atlantic, one of the topics that came up was political figures he deemed as tough. Trump told Haberman he assumed McConnell would be strong in his role, but then came to believe otherwise. Because there are times he spoke out, but then, Haberman's upcoming book, Confidence Man. Oh, yeah, well, we don't have to hear it again. Come on, stop. But anyway, criticism of McConnell had plenty of factual problems. In fact, McConnell had kept Republican senators in line over and over to advance Trump's policy, personal concern, and generally protect his political standing as leader of the Republican Party. Nevertheless, Trump said to me in another session, using his favorite new nickname for McConnell, I don't know, when I heard it last night, I had to laugh. The old crow's a piece of shit. And according to Haberman's book, Trump criticisms didn't begin and end with McConnell. Her taking on as a pity of vice president was better, mostly because Mike Pence began to defend his refusal to throw. Oh, yeah, he's pissed at. And Pence did his job. I'm sorry. I know a lot. He's very dull, boring, just no excitement in there whatsoever. But he did his job, And so I said, Mike, you have a chance to be a Thomas Jefferson, or you can be a Mike Pence. Haberman remembered Trump saying, referring again to an inaccurate comparison to the election of 1800. He chose to be a Mike Pence. And, of course, he could resist a dig at his ally turned critic, Chris Christie. As he, somebody's an ally, and then, as a man who is angling to compete with him for the Republican nomination. And, of course, Ron DeSantis. There were times he said cool things about Ron DeSantis, but just wait. It's coming, okay? And he already started. Oh, I got him elected. He's up. Haberman wrote, I brought up another potential future primary rival by mentioning that he had been compared to New Jersey's feisty Governor Chris Christie before the two men faced off in 2016 primary. Trump replied, I was compared to him? Why? I didn't know I had that big of a weight problem. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Stop! I didn't know I had that big of a weight. Wait a minute. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. When Trump, they're all bad. Spirit is pressing the circle, but sometimes Trump says shit that's funny. Okay, hold on. I brought up another potential future primary rival by mentioning that he had been compared to New Jersey's feisty Governor Chris Christie before the two men faced off in the 2016 primary. Trump replied, I was compared to him. Why? I didn't know that I had that big of a weight problem. A small smirk followed. Then, he's an opportunist. Like Trump said, I heard that Trump was describing Florida. I know, I should, forgive me, Capricorn laughs at stuff it should not. You guys, if you have Capricorn friends, we'll be serious, and we can be serious, definitely serious, but then we'll laugh at things that are dark. Not darkness, but just, things that we shouldn't laugh at. I heard that Trump was describing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in similar terms, calling him fat, phony, and whiny, while claiming credit for making his candidacy in 2018. He's just, I see this, you guys, this is, Trump is such an asshole, but he won't, okay, let me put it this way. No, if he goes after someone I like, I'm like, but when he goes after these people that, he turns on his own party, and people, whatever, and if anybody speaks against Trump or anything or tries to go against, he completely puts them down. It doesn't matter if they were loyal. Mike Pence was loyal. He was 100% loyal to him all the time. But because, Mike Pence had to do his job, okay, oh my God. He's, and I know Trump is horrible, but then sometimes let me put it this way. Like when he insulted, wait, hold on. I'm just losing myself for a minute because he's so ridiculous. Who's that? Oh my God, what is that? The hell is wrong with me? Give me a minute. Give me a minute because I'm just Jesus Christ. What is his name? You know when a name escapes you when you've seen it and you know exactly who it is and stuff. Texas and the asshole who went to Cancun during the storm. I'm literally asking. Ted Cruz. Thank you. See? Google knew exactly who I was talking about. That's exactly Ted Cruz. Okay. So Trump says, okay, listen, whatever I mean, I guess would, try to, whatever go against him. Trump calls Ted Cruz wife ugly. But then, but later, and all these people were talking about Lindsey Graham, remember 2016 before he became president, right? He goes, Ted Cruz's wife ugly, and, and he was talking about Trump. Lindsey Graham was talking about Trump. He's going to destroy the Republican Party. All these people. But then he gets elected and this, that, and Trump's got a base. And then what do? All these people that were talking bad about Trump and saying we shouldn't, and they all started kissing Trump's ass. All talking great about him. Even Ted Cruz, that he assaulted his wife. Okay? Lindsey Graham, Lady Graham or what the fuck ever. Okay? Trump does not like any of these people. And but I have to admit, Trump calls them for what they are. They're all a bunch of idiots. Okay? They're all idiots and they all look ridiculous. So, he's gonna destroy America, this, that, he shouldn't get elected, right? Right? They're all talking about, and then Trump will insult their wife and he'll do this, that. And then he becomes president, he's very popular, and he's got this massive base, and all of a sudden they're licking his boots, kicking his ass, and talking about that he's the greatest president ever. They're all a bunch of the lunatics are running the asylum. But the one man, they have no integrity, none of them. But there was one man who stood up to him. And some of you know what's coming. There was one man that stood up to that motherfucker. And he never, when Trump became president, licked his boots. No fucking way. That's Senator John McCain, who did, he ran against Obama. And he even then showed integrity. When people, when he was doing the town hall and people were, concerned, oh my God, if Obama becomes president, we're really worried about him. I think he's like this, I think he's a Muslim, I think he's a terrorist, all this weird shit, people are all paranoid, conspiracy, and Trump was the he started it all with the freaking birth certificate, right? Okay, we know that. But McCain, even though all that was, he tried to cool the jets of people and say, no, he is a good man. That man was an awesome man. And he's a Republican. I'm from Arizona. And that is the thing. I've said it many times. Republicans and Democrats in Arizona, we all respected McCain. Maybe we didn't necessarily agree with his politics. Totally. Though really, I almost feel he was a little more moderate. Just to be honest. He never licked that son of a bitch's boots. Never. And Trump hated him because he would not. He would not. And he stood in his power. He could not, no. He stood, and Trump tried to, he knew the mirror thing here. He'd been in the military. He was a war hero, I know a few people try, he was, whatever. He was a war hero, okay? For his country and everything. He stayed behind with the men when he didn't have to, okay? And then Trump, the draft dodger, just the mirror of the man. And he saw the respect that people had for McCain, and he hated it. And he also knew McCain couldn't stand him, and he saw exactly who he was. And he never, even when Trump became president, would ever backed off and never licked his boots. But everyone else did. Kiss his ass because they want the support of McCain wouldn't sell out. McCain wouldn't sell out. He died. He's probably, Spirit's like, what, let's just take the good one. Let me just get you out of the way. You don't deserve to see this shit. You don't deserve to see America go down in the tubes. I'm going to spare you. You served your country. Let's get you out of there. I don't want you to see this mess. But McCain wouldn't fucking do it. But all of these fuckers are. And they're deserving what they get when Trump turns on them all. They do. They do. They're getting exactly what they deserve. Trump deserves a lot too. Don't get me wrong. He deserves a lot, but the spirit is pressing the circle. The reality is he treats everyone like they are his psychiatrists, reporters, government aides, and members of Congress, friends and pseudo-friends, and rally attendees, and White House staff as customers. All present a chance for him to vent or test reactions or gauge how his statements are playing or discover how he is feeling. He works things out in real time in front of all of us. Along the way, he reoriented an entire country to react to his moods and emotions. She wrote in conclusions. And that was, yes, absolutely. And I spent 4 years of this presidency getting asked by people to decipher why he is doing what he is doing. And I told you, it's hard. But the truth is, ultimately, almost no one really knows him. Some know him better than others, but he is often simply purely opaque, permitting people to read meaning and depth into every action, no matter how empty they might be. Hamburgers, or whatever the hell it was. Hamburgers. Yep, they're kerfuffle. Let's decrypt this. Let's reorganize it on a piece of paper and waste a valuable time of my life trying to decode hamburgers and kerfuffle. Okay? Yeah. Keep head above water. Spirit is pressing the circle. Spirit is pressing the circle. So yeah, no, and so like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not supportive of Trump, and like I said, I can't help but laugh at some of the shit. Like I said, Ted Cruz gets what he deserves. This is somebody who, when this storm and everybody is freezing to death, goes to Cancun. Now, if anybody votes for him, they get what they deserve. Okay, after seeing that spectacle, he even left the fucking dog, in the cold. They took photos of it to prove it. And the dog, was it Snowflake? Is his fucking name. Well, that's exactly what he is. Okay? Spirit is... Yes, Ted Cruz is there. Of course, Spirit is pressing the circle. Maybe his wife is not. The poor woman. Okay? But let's go to Cancun. This is who these people are. And like I said, anybody who votes for these people, you get what you deserve. Okay? You belong in the circle if you vote for them. They're all feeding frenzy. They're all turning on each other. But even Alex Jones, he calls it right, but he is one of them. He's not on the outside of the circle. He's in it. He's fucking stupid as hell. He enjoys it because he likes the attention, the stimulation, and all that. He chaos. There are those who love it. It's the drama. And then there are those of us. Many are getting really tired that it's too much darkness, right? So, like I said, sometimes people I like to put on 90 Day Fiance like a lot of other people. That's about one of the only reality shows I can tolerate. Though I have to admit, I'm losing interest because of several things. Let me just throw it out there. Just to give an example. After a while, it gets old. After a while, Angela. Okay, everybody knows who Angela is, right? Okay, beating on Michael, beating him up, screaming at him, on the phone, fuck you, I'm an American, okay? Fuck you, Michael, I'm an American. You close that Instagram, I'm not giving you $5,000. And then she's over here flirting on TikTok with somebody, Fuck you, I'm an American. Shriveled because, had her weight loss surgery, which, hey, I ain't talking, but she's complete, oh my God, whatever. And then Big Ed, Big Ed and Liz. I can't take much more of it anymore. At first I was like, this is, but now I can't take it anymore. Big Ed is all about, all about the merch, all about the show. When he fucking cries. Fucking. And then Liz is sitting there and I just don't even know how she does it and everything. But she, she marries him. She gets what she deserves too. Okay, that's the bottom line. Let's go to therapy, Liz. Fuck off, Ed. I just fucking can't. I can't. I just had to stop watching. At some point, a few weeks ago, I was like, let me watch it. I can't watch these people anymore. I loved it at one time, but I don't know, ever since Angela and Big Ed and and everything. I'm just, it's not as cool as it was before. How many times do they have to bring on Big Ed and Angela? It's the same fucking bullshit. You know, I'm an American. Fuck you, Michael. You know, I'm fucking tired of them. I'm like, goddamn Big Ed. I know it's all, he's so, you know, I'm so sensitive and emotional. Fuck off, Big Ed. We got your game. We got your damn game. Oh, I fucking can't take it. Anyway, so, you know, keep head above water. You know, Big Ed? Yeah, fucking put him in the circle. Angela? Yeah, feeding frenzy. It's all fucking madness. It's all fucking a train wreck madness. You know, you know, you gotta, you know, it's just like, you know, you see a big pile up on the freeway and you're driving by it. If you can scoot by, yeah, you're gonna look. But you got to be careful because you might see a body in there and a vision, you know, with somebody torn up, and then the invective of that vision, and you'll never forget it. That's what you got to be careful of. Keep head above water. Okay? Don't let these people get into your mind and manipulate and control it, you know, and everything, and suck you into their madness. Okay? And I guess that's one of the best messages I could give you while all this is going on. Like I said, it's almost like Trump is, you know, what some of these sons of bitches deserve. And it's like he unwittingly, let me just put it this way, because I tell you, Spirit knows what they're doing all the time, even though Trump doesn't. He may think he's smart, but he ain't smarter than Spirit. Because I know in a way Spirit sent him in there, drain the swamp. I'm going to go drain the swamp. Well, he's getting drained too eventually. He may be the last to be drained. That's partly true, but not exactly the way Trump is seeing it. Spirit is using him to expose all of these fucking people that have no integrity, that don't care about you whatsoever. They care about themselves. Okay? And he's showing the lack of loyalty, the idiocy, okay? The brown nosing, the disgustingness. Anything for a buck. Anything for a vote. Okay, they will sell out. Ted Cruz, you know, like if somebody says your wife is ugly, there are men who will punch that person in the face. Or at least, I will never talk to you. You're not my friend anymore. And will never speak to them again. Don't insult my wife. That used to be something you know, if that happened in bar, you know, you insult my wife? Let's go outside. That's the way it worked. But no, Ted Cruz, you know, that curl back and, oh, Trump's got a lot of, let me support Trump. Let me be a part. Let me get on the Trump train and be a supporter. You know, this is who these people are. They are a joke. They are a fucking joke. And then throw in Herschel Walker. Oh, watch my videos on that. Goddamn. Don't get me started on Herschel Walker, because I could take over for another 35 minutes. I mean, anybody who votes for him. That is one of the stupidest people I have ever seen in my life. You know, he's a horrible person. He is a proven domestic violence. Thank God he's never killed anybody, at least that we know of. Okay? Horrible. Tried to kill his own kid at one point. He said that. You know, the poor kid, you know, I almost feel sorry for him, but he might go in the circle, but there's hope. There's hope for that one. There's hope for Christian. You know, he does make some points, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know yet with that one. You know, and stuff. But anyway, Herschel Walker, oh God, just completely, you know, is hoping that people are stupider than he is. I've never seen somebody gaffe so much in my life. See, that I was just, somebody made a comment on one of the Herschel Walker videos, and they said something about this stupid thing about bulls and cows, and I looked at the video and oh God. You know, he tries to give some kind of, he thinks he's clever, giving some kind of moral of the story. He's trying to be a preacher man up there. And and what he does, he just shows how stupid he is. He just shows how fucking stupid he is. Yes, Herschel Walker, press the circle. You know, Spirit, you know, like I said, Spirit does not have favorites. I promise you that. It's true. But they're not going to evolve in the light until we do this. Okay, and that's the thing. Spirit wants them to fucking see how crazy they are, and maybe it's going to take till they have the feeding frenzy and they all destroy each other. So my message to you, going God, the lunatics are running the asylum. Okay, this whole thing, I almost see this light dark struggle with him, but he's fallen in. I think he's almost gone. He's almost done, and Spirit's pressing the circle. It's all going down. And then, I can even, chalk it up. He obviously married Kim Kardashian, and everything. And then, he doesn't really talk too bad about Kim Kardashian, but he does get upset. Now, I said a thing about it. I'm 100% on board with Kanye that Kim Kardashian should not be bringing the kid on TikTok. You can watch all my videos on that. Anyway. But, what was I going to say? Hold on, I almost lost my train of thought. Give me a moment. But anyway, it's okay. It'll come to me. It always does. It always does. I'm just kidding. It's just, that's what it was. But he doesn't really attack Kim Kardashian, but I feel sometimes he wants to. I feel he's got some pent-up stuff. So guess who does it for him normally? Who's the one who usually goes after Kim Kardashian? His very good friend, Candace Owens. Now, it's almost like I see Candace Owens could be intelligent. Sometimes she says some things that make sense. But then she does things that are ridiculous. She wants to defend Kanye. And she really likes Kanye, at least maybe a little too much. Okay, I'm just saying. She's a married woman. Yeah, But I noticed she's his attack dog in many ways. She goes after Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians on a regular basis. And it just seems an odd thing that if this is somebody that is your friend, yeah, Spirit is pressing the circle. She's going to end up in there too. It's all horrible, and stuff. But it feels like, is he sending her in to do that? Because she's very good at bringing, and she's a good debater, and stuff like that. She is. She's a good debater. Okay, and when she goes after, Kim, is she saying things that he wants to say, but he sends Candace? It sure feels like that, doesn't it? It kind of feels like that. So in the end, I'm going to leave it here because I got some things to do. I just want to give this Spirit talk. The lunatics are running the asylum. Okay, and that's what it is. Be careful and cautious. And I know as we watch this crumbling, see, there are those that are wise enough. Let's just let it all crumble down. Twitter is kind of representative of it all. That it's all, everybody's feeding on each other. Everybody's devouring each other. Okay. And it's madness. We want to, we keep our kids. I guess I could throw just a few little cards down. Just a few little cards down. I've got the Empress. I think of that, that goddess spirit, that love, beauty. Remember what I said? Spirit has no favorites, just like a mother. I know some mothers maybe do, but really a good mother has no favorites. Okay, Spirit loves all. The Empress, Venus, Spirit loves all. So I have to remember that. I have to always step back. You know what? No matter what I'm seeing these, and maybe she is looking like just a bunch of kids being dumb. Yeah, I know. I get it. And stuff. We got the Knight of Wands reversed, these timbers and angry, and they're going to eventually run out of steam and what, and everything, but they're all on fire, angry at each other. Page of Pentacles, just certain things, little seeds dropped here, there, and everything. People try to spark stuff. It's crazy. The King of Swords, and just going in there, they're just, they want to battle, but they, like I said, they're erratic. Ace of Swords reverse, it's all negative. Ace of Swords reverse is very often, as I tell people when I teach tarot, ceremonial magicians really saw it as a symbol of evil. Okay, the originals, you got to look at it all negative, all of it negative. Okay. And and I know it's dark, guys. It's the lunatics are running the asylum. You see this, but don't forget, Spirit is pressing the circle with all of them in it, and they're all devouring each other, all turning each other. And like I said, even throwing Trump in there, he's kind of being used to expose them, but he's also being exposed too. Now, Spirit's always clever. I know Trump thinks he's clever, and sometimes he can be, but Spirit's way more clever. Spirit knows exactly. I see, why is Trump not arrested yet? Why do you think he's being spared? Why has he not gone down yet? I know everybody goes, I don't get it. Teflon Don. It's because of Spirit. Spirit is not done using him for their purpose. And I'm not saying he ain't no Messiah. That's not, oh, you think that, oh, you, he's not the Antichrist, but he ain't no Messiah. But he is being used. Okay, he is being used. Okay, if you want to catch a bunch of flies, sometimes you got to put that strip. You know, you hang those strips, and they're nasty, and they kind of stink a little bit. They look ugly, but they do catch flies. You can almost say Trump is being used to catch flies. Okay, but he's sticky too. he'll get stuck eventually, but right now he's Tefloned on. But he's sticky catching these flies. Okay? Just remember, keep head above water, be observant, and just remember who is pressing the circle. Okay? Have a good one, guys.